Hello Pisces, Elsie here to do a reading for you. How are you, my friends? Thank you so much for clicking here. Pisces, I'm throwing these cards on a Sunday. How are you doing? So I'm going to be doing a 9-card draw. It is still going to be a general reading. The general readings come out weekly for you, Pisces. They are for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs, and no, not those ones. And I'm grateful that you're here. So thanks for clicking here. If you're somebody who keeps coming back because you're loyal like that, thank you so much for doing that. If you're brand new, and look, I showed up in your feed. So if you're brand new, and I'm all up in your business anyway, maybe you just want to hit the subscription button. We're trying to build this Pisces tribe, so thank you so much for doing that. So if you have a placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, this could be for you, but it's a general reading. It may not resonate at all. And that may be because it's not for today or tomorrow. Could be next week or next month or next year. So that's the way time works, friends. It's not linear. It is fluid. This is not going to be for everybody. All right, so at the end of this video, I'm going to talk to you about the sale that I have on for pre-recorded readings, and I'm also going to tell you about the extendeds. If you're interested in that, let's find out what is going on for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. 9-card draw for Pisces. We've got the 10 of Cups, Pisces. Why is that? Joy, absolute joy, something that's making you happy or is about to make you happy, over the rainbow, in fact. I feel like you possibly don't see this right now. I'm going to say that it's not something you're expecting. You possibly don't see this, but you feel it, because the Two of Swords is it's a bit of a block, but listen, the person on this card has their eyes covered because it's intuitive. The universe is forcing someone into making a decision. It could be you, it could be someone else about you, making a decision using the intuition. Now, I think the intuition part, it could be you making the decision, but the intuition part is there's a decision coming. So whether you're making it or someone else is, I feel like someone is feeling it out. And if you're the person who's in the 10 of Cups right now, like everything's good, your life is good, you don't really need anything, but you're feeling happy, you're feeling like good things are in the future, this is Piscean energy here. This could be your energy. Tell me more about Pisces. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. So I want to say, Pisces, there is someone here who's trying to make a decision. It is someone who is outside of you, it feels like. So the person who's outside of you is trying to make a decision intuitively about what to do next. What is the choice I'm going to make? Because I don't want to be left out in the cold, and I definitely don't want to get my heart hurt. Somebody is making a decision to cut one path out in favor of another, and they're about to catch up to you here. It's going to be a catch up. That's what it feels like here. I don't know why I'm feeling that as I look at this, but it feels like somebody wants to catch up with you, or is going to be possibly pursuing you. But I feel like there's been a disconnect, or we have not been talking. Tell me more. We've got the 4 of Cups. When the 10 of Cups is coming up with the 4 of Cups, it's giving me this energy, Pisces, of I don't need it, but I could choose it if I want it. I might reject it because I'm really not in need of it. So that gives me the opportunity to choose, right? When you're not in need of something, you don't take the first thing that comes along. You might just reject it. You might say, you know what, I don't really need anybody to give me their cup. I already have all 10. So it almost feels, Pisces, like you're in a place in your life right now where you have flipped life into the wants, because you all of your needs are being met at this time. Emotional needs, I would say. We've got the Queen of Swords. We've got a couple Libra placements here, side by each. And we have the Knight of Swords, who is Gemini. It does feel like somebody is about to catch up with you. Now look, this could be friendship. I see cups here for happiness, but it feels like somebody is about to catch up with you that wants to speak with you. I think it's somebody that you've built some sort of a boundary with, Pisces, because of something that they did that disappointed you, or maybe broke your heart. It feels like you've been healing from that. 2, 3, 4 swords. It feels like you've been healing from that. And this here tells me that we are apart, we're not talking. Maybe this thing fell into lack, and we could be talking about friendship or romance, but this thing fell into lack. I feel like the person who slammed the door, the person who maybe ghosted, possibly the Five of Pentacles, could be that when the Knight of Swords is here, could be a quick exit, right? Could be the Irish exit. I'm Irish, but if you don't know what I mean, it's like just going out the door and not really telling anyone you're leaving, and then the next day saying, hey, it was a great party. So it feels like somebody made the Irish exit here. You didn't expect them to go, or maybe they didn't expect you to go, Pisces, but it feels like we are now, we have fallen into this place of lack. I feel like this person wants to catch up with you, but honestly, I feel like you're good. It feels to me like your Piscean energy here tells me that you're good and that you are being very careful at how you choose your social events or what's on your social calendar. We've got the 3 cups on the floor here. It looks like you're being very specific, pointed, and careful about who you let into the yard as opposed to who you're going to keep at the property line here. Tell me more. Oh, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Very interesting. Something is changing here. I think what's changed is how you're dealing with people emotionally. We've got the Knight of Wands here. Look, we got the 2 of the fastest knights here, right? Magician at the bottom of the deck. Excuse me for the clearing of the throat there. So it feels to me that there are people who want to spend time with you. You might be getting communications soon. You might have people move toward you soon. I'm going to say that you're very particular, specific, and very careful with who you are letting into your life or letting back into your life. I feel like you've done a lot of healing and you've come to a place where you're okay being alone. Like you're all right. If somebody were to call me or text me and say, hey, do you want to come to this thing with me? Then maybe you might say yes. But I feel like I'm speaking to a Pisces who is okay being a little bit detached. I feel like your precedent right now or your focus might be on healing that. And I think you're doing a really good job. This is very interesting here because the 10 of Cups is here, which is the Piscean energy. And then we've got the 4 of Cups. It really does feel like you're in a place here, Pisces, where you're kind of happy. I'm not going to say maybe you're elated. We as a human species, we're always looking to expand and get more and, make ourselves feel a little more comfortable. So I would say the 10 of Cups is subjective. You might be a person who feels when all your needs are met that you're in the happiest space you could ever be. I feel like you're meeting your own emotional needs right now. Like I feel like you are happy regardless of what's going on outside of you here, and that you're being very selective and pointed about who you're allowing in and who you're rejecting at this time. The Wheel of Fortune is here. I feel like something is about to change or something is already in a cycle of change for you. We just came through a new moon in Sagittarius. Some of you could have a Sagittarius placement. Sagittarius reading went out yesterday, by the way. But we do have the Wheel of Fortune here, which is indicating that there is change that is present here. For some of you, it could be now. For some of you, it could be a little bit off in the future. We do have days here, right? For some of you, it could be in a few days. We got 5 wands, 5 weeks. If you want to timetable it all, we've got 4 cups, 4 months possibly. It feels like something is about to change. And when it does change, it feels like it comes directly at you. It feels like the Knight of Wands is quick moving, risky, I'm taking a risk kind of energy. And then there is somebody here who's coming at you verbally. It feels like it's a couple of knights. It feels like 2 people possibly that are in very different energy. One is trying to engage with the Queen intellectually, and one is trying to engage with the Queen through passion, through showing you my passions and showing you how excited I am to be with you. I feel like you're in this creation energy, but I feel like you've created a place for yourself, Pisces, where you no longer require the knights. You may still let one in, but I don't think you require the knights anymore. I think you're at this comfortable place in the mind where you're no longer overthinking things and you're being really honest and truthful with yourself. And I think you've honestly liberated yourself from the need. Whatever we're talking about, you no longer have a need. So I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune here, that something is about to change and expand. It does feel like it is destined, and it feels like it's good, I'm going to say. It feels like it's good because now you have these boundaries where you can pick and choose. You see what I mean? When you don't have a need, then you have the choice. When you have a need, it's like you'll take anything that shows up because you need it. Tell me, we're going to put down 2 cards here. What is under the surface for Pisces? We've got the Knight of Pentacles. So whatever I'm talking about here, these could be people, these could be energies. It feels like whatever I'm talking about here has taken its time, has taken a really long time. So this could be a situation, a job you applied for back there. Maybe it's taken a year for them to get back to you. Maybe it's taken 5 weeks. Maybe it's taken a few days. It feels like maybe it's 4 months. It feels like something you've been waiting on is showing up for you. But I feel like you've been waiting a really long time. It's very interesting that we have 3 knights here. I'm just saying. And then we have the 9 of Cups. I feel like whatever you've been waiting on, Pisces, at this time is going to bring alignment for you. I feel like it was slow because it's purposeful. It almost does feel like these are energies of people. It feels like you have got your boundaries up when it comes to things that are moving fast, that you would prefer that somebody be careful in the way they approach you, careful with what they say to you, and be very sort of particular. Be very practical and particular. And I feel like you're a person who is that way, practical and particular. We've got the 9 of Cups. I feel like even when it comes to the 9 of Cups, look, I feel like this person sitting here, you know, when somebody's got their legs crossed and their arms crossed, that means I don't really need it. It means I'm sort of closed off to it because behind her, what she already has is the 9 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is here. So I feel like even if someone showed up with the 9 of Cups and promised you all the wish fulfillments, you're like, I already have that though. It might be money. This person might show up and say, well, look, I have a business, I have money going on. And you might say, well, so do I. I'm good. Tell me what the 2 of Swords is. It feels like somebody who's outside of you is about to make a decision about you. Now, this could be an employer because the Queen of Swords is here, right? Could be something you've really, really wanted that's taken its sweet time. Wish fulfillment might be coming, but I think you've turned your back. You can see that all the backs are turned here. I think you've turned your back to the outcome. And that's why I think it's showing up here. It's rolling up in the Knight of Pentacles energy, which has taken quite some time. So you disconnected yourself from it and said, you know what? Nope, I don't need it right now. I don't need it. So if it shows up, bonus. And if it doesn't, fine. We've got the 2 of Swords that is pulling the Devil energy. We've got the 3 of Wands. And we've got the Judgment card. You know, I feel like somebody is going to be showing up to try and resurrect something with you, Pisces. And it might be somebody who is in this Knight of Swords or Knight of Wands energy. It feels like somebody here wants to talk to you. It's like they want to explain themselves. The Knight of Swords energy, I understand, is somebody who just sort of runs up to you and wants to get their story out first. No, but you got to listen to me because this is the way it really went. And it wasn't how I didn't want you to think that I was doing it because of, like, it's somebody who's trying to give you the details and tell you all of the stuff at once. And the Knight of Wands is more like, look what I have. Look how cute I am. Look how handsome I am. Look how beautiful I am. It's more like that. Somebody who wants to show you that they are interested in you in sort of a passionate way. Back to the 2 of Swords, it feels like somebody needs to make a decision because the Judgment card is here. I feel like this is an energy of being reborn into the future because the 3 of Wands is here. But the Devil energy is here as well. So I feel like there is an energy of someone who is making a decision, who's been thinking about making a decision on a loop, terrified to make the decision, who is going to be showing up in the future that is going to cause you to make some sort of big decision. Tell me who the Knight of Swords is. Let's talk about that. Tell me who the Knight of Swords is, please. What do we need to know about the Knight of Swords for Pisces? We've got, this person has been in hermit energy, so you haven't heard from them. That sort of tracks with 5 of Pentacles. This person is somebody who I feel that you might be at a distance from, or you spoke to online, or maybe your primary mode of communication with them is texting or something like that. The Hermit energy is maybe you watch them online once in a while, or they watch you. It feels like somebody here has been quiet because they've been trying to find their light. So they've been trying to work on themselves and heal themselves spiritually. We've got the Eight of Swords. This is somebody who is an overthinker. It's likely that they are an air sign, probably a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. This is somebody here, they could be a Virgo as well. Virgo can do the overthinking in a pretty decent way as well. We've got the Two of Cups. So this is somebody that you had already deepened your connection with. This could be a friend, because the Two of Cups isn't always love. The Two of Cups is the exchange of energy. You have my emotional energy. I've taken your emotional energy. Somebody's about to reach out. Yeah, it might be someone who's an earth sign. Look, we've got two people standing, one standing in the water. That's you. The other one standing on the earth. It could be an earth sign or an air sign. It feels like this is somebody that you know. This is somebody that you have exchanged cups with. It could be romantic. It could be platonic. But this is somebody here is about to reach out to you. And if they're not an earth sign, there's somebody who's now on stable ground, solid ground, and is able to give you the interaction that you wanted from them before you put up the boundaries. I feel like you've changed since this went down. I feel like you've changed because with the boundaries up here with the Queen of Swords, she's like, I don't really know if I need it now. I'm not really sure that I do. Because the 8 and the 1 of the Hand of the Knight and the Queen of Swords holds 1, that's 10 swords, because you pissed me off. This person may have betrayed you or lied to you, or there may have been something that you had to release them because they went silent on you. They could have ghosted you, right? The Irish exit, as I was saying. Let's talk about the Knight of Wands. We've got the World card. This is someone you completed a cycle with. So this still, I feel, is someone that it's sort of dangling out in space because you haven't yet closed off anything with them. They kind of just disappeared. I feel like this Knight of Wands is somebody that you already consider this to be done. We do have the Six of Wands. This one's coming in hot and heavy. They want to, oh, interesting. The Ten of Swords is showing up here. This is somebody here who you absolutely closed the door with, and you closed the door with them probably quite some time ago. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. They could be a Leo, possibly an air sign, but it does feel like it's probably Aries or Leo or Sagittarius. It feels like this person was a situationship, or this is a flirty person. They gave you a lot of attention. They stroked your ego. Maybe they have a lot of ego, but I feel like they're heading in to give you the attention. They're going to try the same old tricks on the brand new you. I think the brand new you is the Queen of Swords, someone who's not falling for people's bullshit. And I feel like this person is all about the bullshit. I think they're all about the, hey, look at me. Yeah, look at this. Look at I got my nails done. Look at my new wig. Look at my new hair, right? Or if this is a guy, this is like, hey, baby, right? Remember back there where we had that really hot and heavy time? That's what it feels like. Now, I feel like you've closed the door already here because you have changed, you've grown, and you've become very literal in the way that you make your decisions now. So I don't think these shenanigans here are going to impress you at all. I think the door is going to stay closed. But there does seem to be somebody here who you're intellectually connected to, who you also maybe had feelings for, or somebody who you deepened a connection with. It could be a friend from old. But it feels like it took a long time to get to you. It is going to make you happy because the Nine of Cups is here, but you don't need it. Interesting. We're going to talk more about this in the extended. The bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. Look at that. Look, you are in your pre-Empress energy and you are confident. You have everything you need. You got enough money. You've got enough compliments. You've had a glow up. You've revamped your life, or you feel like you have. It feels as though you've built a reputation, or a good one, a good solid one, or you've built your bank account, or maybe you're making more money than you ever have, or somebody who is now leading a group of people. Yeah, there we go. Look, when the Queen of Swords and the Empress are on the table at the same time, it's because you finally learned this lesson. And now you're in the energy of attraction. And that's what the Empress does. And that's why these people are moving in. I feel like this could be another person, but we'll talk about that in the extended. If you want to come into the extended with us, please look in the pinned comment that is above the comments. You can find the link there for the membership area, which is where I put all the extendeds. You will get 4 in a month. Minimum. That's if you watch one sign. If you come to the membership area. If you want to just purchase this extension, you can do that. Look in the links in that pinned comment. When you hit more, you'll see it. And I have a sale on right now on private reads. The sale is with the pre-recorded reads, and it is 10% off until 11:59 p.m. on the 31st of December. You will get 10% off of whatever I offer over on Hypsee. Take the link over to Hypsee. You will see my packages. They're all explained there. You will see the pricing there as well. And please take that code with you. Happy Solstice, which is today. Happy Solstice, my friends. And I hope that you'll find a little solstice ritual that you can do for the next 12 or 13 days. That would be great. Something that carries you into the new year. I'm going to go for now. If you'd like to come into the extended, that's where we'll be. And if this is where we part, that's cool. Well, I'll be back because I'm always back, Pisces. You know it. I'm going to go for now. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.